Okay. Thank you so much. I'm going to share with you a video from this morning, and I'm going to try to do it via share screen.
Okay. Thank you so much.
And
I'm going to
I'm
share
not
with
going to
you a
do it
video
that
from
way.
this
It's
morning.
going to be a
And
different page. And the only thing I'm going to unshare and share again just to make sure that you can see this. Okay, this is the video I'm going to share with you. Here we go. Make sure. Oh, no sound.
income they would need to each month.
Let's start over.
Welcome back to Virginia This Morning Live right here on CBS 6. Here's an interesting thing of note. According to a survey by the Employees Benefits Research Institute, only 38% of workers have estimated how much income they would need to each month in retirement.
It's not enough.
No, it never is.
Yeah. Well, we all hope to be able to retire one day, and our next guest is here to pass along some money tips on how you can generate retirement income. We welcome financial expert and our good friend JB Bryant back to the studio.
It's great to be here, especially with this topic, because all the time we talk about accumulation, but this discussion is about decumulation, like breaking down and using and enjoying all that you've worked to accumulate all these years. So this is a great time to think about. I want to be that you want to be different than the majority of people, never really considering what am I creating over my professional life.
So we all spend our lives accumulating.
That's right.
And we have this pattern where money comes in, and then at some point in the month, money goes back out again. And then to think that there's no money coming in, but there is still stuff going out, is pretty scary.
That's right. But people still retire, and the core of retirement is income. You really should not do it unless you really have a understanding of how much money am I going to have to live off of during that time of my life. So the earlier in your career you think about what am I creating, because I remember 30 years ago when I started in this financial advising experience, we were taught to tell people about a three-legged stool, that there's Social Security, there's pension, and there's investments. Now that stool is crippled. It's like there's so many companies that don't have pensions anymore that now you'll hear financial advisors talk about buckets. So how many buckets you have? I guess because we just tore the stool away when corporate America stopped focusing on having pensions and good pension plans available for workers. So you do want to think about your job. Do you have a pension plan available? What are you accumulating for Social Security? Do you qualify for Social Security? And are you participating in the work retirement plan? Or do you need to create a retirement plan for yourself? This is a valuable discussion.
So that's still part of the accumulation conversation, right?
Yes.
And now we've gotten to
Yes.
this point. Is this a silly question to say that you're making your retirement income work for you? Am I waiting until retirement to do that, or can I get it working now? Can we start something now?
To use it for income right now?
Yes.
You don't want to do that just because of many retirement accounts. You have to be near retirement age to start taking it out without a tax penalty. So I'm glad you brought that up, because taxation is a big part of this decumulation phase. Because what can I get access to and at what age? Because for some people, retirement is 48 years old or 55 or 60. Right? I have several clients that I met 30 years ago that retired at 48. And they were encouraged by their employer to retire at that early age. Now that's unheard of. Yeah. So now they're in their, late 70s, and their money still has to work for them. So
there comes
that
the budget.
That's right.
Here comes the budget.
So true.
Yeah. So how do we budget if we don't even know what's going to be coming in?
Great point. And I love that we should think of with budgeting, especially for retirement, is what are my core needs and what are my variables? Like, what are my lifestyle add-ons? How many cruises do you need to go on, in a year? It's time. But if once you start looking at my core needs prior to retirement, that's a key factor there. And many people just blindly think, I'm not going to have these variables. I'm not going to have these add-ons. You do need to look at them and see what portion of your budget extras are making up and what do you really need? Do you still have a mortgage? Do you still have a car payment? Do you have any additional debts that you're going to continue to have during retirement? Because that can impact your decision to retire because of an offer from work, or maybe you cannot afford to retire at the time you planned.
Do you work with a lot of clients that come in and think, okay, well, what's the right way to say this? I want to build another stream of income in retirement. And so I'm starting to strategize on how to do that, right? We go back to
Right.
that three-legged stool,
That's right.
and one of those is not there. So I need to prop
right.
things up and figure out.
Fill up that investment one, because there's some unexpected retirement sources of income. Like, people can, while they're working, be a private investor in a business, and that business can pay them out income. They could also purchase real estate that has rental income for them, or they may unexpectedly, like we talked about, go through a great divorce and they'll receive alimony during their retirement years. So all of those are things that need to be looked at during your budget as income sources as well.
Just making sure everybody heard that correctly. A gray
Yeah.
divorce,
She-
not a
she
great,
said-
not a great one.
She said a great divorce and alimony may be coming in, a great divorce and then money might be going out.
True.
Yeah.
Right, meaning
Yeah.
divorcing really late in
Yeah.
life. You're right.
Yeah.
Right. But that was a great discussion that we had on that, because it does, if you go through a divorce and you've made a financial plan for being together, you need to think that through. Many people have to continue to work because of a divorce.
That could have been another leg on the stool.
Yes.
That changes
Yes.
considerably.
Yes.
Mhm. Things happen. So
Yes.
what do you have to do?
I think you have to be flexible. I've seen that. I know that when you're inflexible about your retirement planning, you can lose out on a lot, especially, as Bill mentioned, when it comes to taxation. I've had an investor where they were adamant to not touch their Social Security until later. But when you're retired, that means you're taking money out of a taxable retirement account in many cases. And in this case, he was. So my suggestion that maybe you need to start your Social Security, because it has less taxation than your IRA withdrawals that are having 100% taxation. And he was not flexible in receiving that because he really wanted to wait till 70 for his Social Security. So in order to really efficiently build a retirement income plan, you need to include some flexibility and get financial advice and get someone that you trust and really look at what they're suggesting, because it can save you thousands.
You can be here.
That's right.
And a professional is going to
Yes.
be here.
All your
Yes.
life you hear, wait as long as you can, wait
That's
as
right.
long as you can. Well, maybe not.
That's right. And you have to consider your health and your income needs and taxation in how you decide on your Social Security. It's not just, you have to be flexible in looking at it.
That's right. Great job. Even better seeing JB here with
Oh,
us.
that's so
today.
positive.
Sure.
Thank you.
Like we said, you were the very first Zoom interview we did, and you're the very first person back in.
And we've all been healthy. We've been healthy
Yes.
this entire time, and that's a blessing
Yes, it is.
together.
Thank you so much, JB. JB Bryan offers free money weekly money seminars and webinars every Wednesday evening and Sunday morning. You'll find a link to more information, WTBR.com/BTM. And coming up next,
Going inside the inbox.
Beautiful.
going in that inbox, we'll take a look at what came in over the weekend.
Thank
those
you for
adventures and
watching
every
our